All right, we're going to have a quick lecture and then a demo, and then I'm going to tell you the next project, which I skipped 3, which I got to go back to 3, but we're going to do 4. But I'll explain more. Okay, I did not make these slides, by the way. I stole them from D. Dyson. Yeah, I stole them from him. They're decent. So we're going to talk a little bit about public key cryptography. Okay? It says 2 keys are used in this method. The public key is used to encrypt. The private key is used to decrypt, or vice versa. Okay? It's used when it isn't feasible to securely exchange keys. What they're talking about in that last sentence is symmetric key encryption like AES and stuff like that is better. Much faster, much better, but it's very hard to manage the keys. Public key encryption is a solution for that. Like he's saying here, is the public key is used to encrypt. So I'm going to show you where my key is here in just a little bit. So you guys could actually encrypt something with my public key. Anybody could. But I'm the only one who has the private key or the answer to the key, so I'm the only one that can read it. So if the entire world wants to make something and make sure Ken Dewey is the only one that can open it, that's how you would do it.
Do you mind if we send you an encrypted email?
You're going to in this project.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't be an encrypted email, it'll be an encrypted document, but it's the same kind of thing. But so we're gonna you have a project in that. Now you could actually do it the opposite way. So I could encrypt something with my my private key, send it out to the entire world. Everybody could open it. You would just decrypt it with my public key that's freely available. So why would we do something like that? Anybody have an idea? Why would I encrypt something with my private key where the entire world could decrypt it with my public key? Okay.
So they know it's from you.
Exactly. So they know it came from Ken Dewey. It's a way of signing it. It's called signing. Okay. So if you want to know Ken Dewey actually sent it out, I could encrypt it, then you could, and you're going to do that as well. Okay. All right. Well, how do I go to the next slide? There we go. PGP, pretty good privacy, made by Phil Zimmerman. And if you read the book called Crypto, very interesting book, by the way, he talks about it. And it's actually a very high level of cryptography. And in the book, they even told him, do not release the second version. And he accidentally put it up on a bulletin board, went worldwide, was released instantly. But it's really good. Really, really good. It's a personal, high-security cryptographic software application that allows people to exchange messages, files with privacy, authentication, and convenience. It can be used to encrypt digitally signed files and emails as well. Okay, so we're actually going to see this. We're actually going to be using this project. First released in 91, NSA basically said, it's too good. Did anyone remember using IE years ago where you could only have a certain encryption level in the United States, and if you're outside the United States, you couldn't get that encryption level because they were worried. If someone on the outside gets something that's too hard to crack, they can't read it. Same kind of thing we're talking about here. The NSA was basically saying, hey, this PGP software is the bomb, and we can't read it, so don't use it. So it was purchased by ValueCrypt in 1993. Then they have an RSA license for it, but it's still out there today. Network Associates 90. I don't know who owns it now, but we're going to see here in a minute. Okay? PGP, they have different versions. There's also GPG, which is the same thing, but on a general public release. Okay? So they talk about different freeware versions. It works on everything. Works on Windows, works on Mac, works on pretty much everything. I'm going to give you a copy for Windows, but I'm going to show you where I got it from so you'll be able to get your own. It's not a big deal there. Okay? All right. It says it uses an actual phrase to generate it, not just a single password. And that's the whole deal. There was I don't know if I told this class about it, but Edward Snowden, you know him?
Yep.
He's the NSA guy that stole the. Did you hear how he got caught and all that stuff? Well, he basically worked for the NSA as a contractor in Hawaii. His job was to fix their computers. This is what I was reading. He contacted 28 or 24 employees. I think it was 28. 28 NSA employees in Hawaii said, hey, I need to fix your computer. I need your username and password. So we're talking NSA employees. How many gave it to him, you think?
I think all of them, didn't they?
14 of them did.
14.
14 employees gave their username and password to Snowden. Pretty bad. And I was actually at a conference where there was some NSA people there. You know how our calendar, we have AD and BC? Well, they have before Snowden and after Snowden. They're basically saying that critical positions and critical jobs that in the past were done by a single individual, now are no longer. They're done by two. You basically can do it, then he's got to check it, make sure it's done correctly. Or you can do part of it, but to access the rest of it, you got to go, it doubles up the work. Okay. But we use a passphrase rather than a password to generate a key. They are case sensitive. Guess what happens if you get your passphrase? You're done. I use LastPass to encrypt all my passwords. And they tell you when you install it, dude, if you forget your passphrase, don't bother. You're done. We're not getting into it. Okay. So the last step is to input some random text in order to generate it. It's funny, if you looked at some really old versions of this software, they would actually tell you, now move your mouse, and you can see it would make the password quicker, because it's using random text from your computer to generate these. It says the random bits are used to create the key, then the keys will be placed on public and private key rings. We're going to see that here in a minute. Okay, it says PGP stores each key in a certificate that contains the key itself, the key creator, the date it was created, so on and so forth. Now I'm going to show you exactly where to put that here in a minute, and there's a little bit more about it. Again, that's just a real basic thing. Now, I'm going to walk you through how this all works, okay? I put a piece of software up there called Portable PGP. It's free. Okay, and you can also, if you go on the internet and you search for SourceForge PGP, and it's going to come right up with Portable PGP from SourceForge. You can get it. It's right. I don't recommend getting the USB stick one. It doesn't seem to work as good. There is a Windows version. There's a Windows and Linux version, and there's a Mac version. I saw it. Where is it at? Let's do PGP for Mac. I know I saw it. GPG does it then. GPG, I think GPG will do it. It's the same thing. But we're going to be walking through, there it is, PGP Desktop for Mac right here. Is this the one I was looking at? I think this is the one. It's a little different, but the techniques is overall the same. Okay? So I'm going to walk you through how this works. So I've not installed it on this machine yet, just so I could show you how it all works. Now I did include a document up there called Assignment 4 PGP Setup to Install. Everything I did, I took screenshots of it. So you can walk through here and see how I did everything. Okay? I'm going to walk through here on the recording. Okay, so I'm going to use Portable PGP. I'm going to run it. It does require Java, and I will tell you this application hasn't been updated in like 5 years, but it does still function. I installed it this morning to verify. I'm going to install it. It says you need the JRE, which is the Java Runtime Edition, so we're going to install that. Now it's installing it. Yeah. Install. Come on. Install it. Now I already had it on my work machine, so that went a lot quicker. But obviously it's not in here. Why is Java not in this room? Okay. Come on. So there we go. It's installed. Almost. Come on. It'll come back to us in a second. Make sure it's not, doesn't have a pop-up or pop below or something here. There it goes. You have successfully installed Java. Okay, come on. There we go. Now we're finishing up. Okay, so now I'm going to close here. So that's completed. All right. First thing it does is it comes up with Welcome to Portable PGP. I've already got a key, but I'm going to make a fake one just so you can see the entire steps. Okay. If you already have one, you can use the bottom button, which means you're going to import it. Now, what you need is you need both a public and a private key. And I actually made one this morning. There's my public key, there's my private key, and you can actually look at them. The extension at the end, I put ASC for ASCII. Okay, it really doesn't matter though. Here's my public key. There it is. There's Ken Dewey's public key. This is what's up on the internet. This is what you guys are going to download, but that's exactly what it looks like. My private key, which is the answer to that key, I keep this private. I don't share this with you. Okay? I do not share this with you. Okay? So I'm going to walk you through how this works. So I'm going to make a new one. This is the first time I've used PGP, which is, I'm assuming none of you have used it before.
I have.
You have, okay. So if you already got a key, you're set. Okay, so I'm going to say first time I've used it, my name is going to be bizinfo, because I have that email I can use, bizinfo@rose.edu. You can leave the comment blank, and my password is going to be bizinfo@rose.edu. Okay, I just made it the same. Now, if I click generate, it's going to take a while. Could take several. It really doesn't take all that long. And it's done. You see, what it did is it actually generated a private key for bizinfo and a public key for bizinfo. Okay? Now, what I can do with these, I need both. I need to keep these. And I will tell you, if everybody can complete through assignment 4, part 2, the entire class that does it, that can be completed without having to regenerate keys, will give the whole entire class extra credit. Because what happens is, if you guys change your key, that means I got to re-download your darn key and delete your old key, put in your new key, because you can't change them. Once they're made, they're made. Now you'll notice there's also other public keys down here. There's one from the guy who wrote the application and some other dude who wrote the application. Okay. What that means is I can encrypt stuff and send it to them. Okay. But I could very easily, if I want my private key, click on my name, save it somewhere, and that is my key. That would be my private key. I could click down here, save my public key out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the internet and get y'all's keys. Okay. Now I'm going to bring up my email. I should get an email. In theory, let's see. Okay, I did not get one, but I will show you what it looked like. It could be that it's relaying an address. It looks like, come on, maybe I already put it here. Right here. Here's what you get. It looks exactly like this. It tells you to verify your key. Actually, you know what? I know I didn't do it yet. Forget that. Disregard that part. Now that we got our keys, okay, so I'm going to take, now since I have a public and a private key, do y'all understand that? Public and private. Which one do you think I should put on the internet?
Public.
Put the public. But does it matter which one I put up there?
Yeah.
It does, but it doesn't. Okay? It really doesn't matter as long as I don't mix them. If I put up my private key on the internet for everybody to have, that's fine, as long as I don't give out my public key. See, it really doesn't matter which one's which. They just call them public, private. Just don't, you can't put your public and your private up there, because then you get the whole key to the puzzle. So it does matter, but just don't mix them. So I'm going to download bizinfo's public key. Okay? I'm going to put it on my desktop. I'm going to call it bizinfo.asc. I'm just putting ASC because that's what it's looking for. Okay? I saved it. Now if I look on my desktop over here, right here, I should have a new document, and it's right there. Begin PGP. Okay? Easy enough. So do not show this stupid tip again. Okay. So now I'm going to go to pgp.keyserver. No, wait a minute. It's the other way around. Keyserver.pgp.com. Yeah. Keyserver.pgp.com. After you guys make your keys, you got to go here. And you're going to say publish your key. Okay? I'm going to choose my key, and it's going to be on my desktop, and it is called bizinfo.asc. Now, if I did key block, I could actually just paste it in there. All that text I showed you, I could just paste it in there. But since I got a file, I'm going to say upload. I was thinking about it. Upload, then here's what it did. Okay? A verification email has been sent, and there's actually what my key is. I can say done. Now if I go back into my mail, now I should have an email. There it is. PGP, verify your key. Click here to verify. I'm not going to verify it because I don't want this key, but I just wanted you to show you the whole process. But at this point, you would click verify your key. Then it would go up there and say, okay, now the entire world could download it. Now, I will tell you, and it says this key will automatically be deleted if I don't verify in 14 days. Okay? And every, I think it's 6 months, you're going to get another email. Hey, verify your key. I guess I didn't respond to my last one, so my key was deleted. I'm like, damn it. So I had to create a new key this morning. So, get that email and click on the link to verify it. Then, if you go to the same place, keyserver.pgp.com, you can search for keys. You guys need my key. So you can search for kdewey at rose.edu and do search. You got to put in this. What the heck is that first letter?
I think it's an A.
A-V-E-I-C. That's a bad looking A.
Icer.
Oh, how about M-A-D-O-L-L-S? Madolls? Okay, there it is. So there's Ken Dewey's key. You guys must do this. You must download Ken Dewey's key. Okay? You're going to click download, you're going to save it, and then you got to copy. I recommend naming it something like Ken Dewey's public key. I'm going to save yours as your name. Okay, because I have to download each one of yours. Okay?
Alternatively, can we send you our public key via an email attachment?
No, I need to get it up here.
Okay.
I just want to make sure you know how to put it on the key server. Okay? Now, once you start this, again, if everybody does this without contacting me and says, dude, I lost my key, I'll give the entire class extra credit. Okay?
So just don't contact you if we lose our key.
Well, if you lose your key, you can't complete the project. So everybody that does it, if they do it correctly, will get extra credit. But if you only do half of it, sorry. You got it. So everybody okay on how to put a key up there? Okay? How to search for keys, just as easy. Just go to keyserver.pgp.com and you can put in names, like contains or whatever. Let's look under Dewey. Now I will tell you, when searching on here, sometimes it'll appear and sometimes it won't. Sometimes you got to click search 4 times. I don't know why. And actually it's not changing this time. Let's see if anybody else's email address contains Dewey. Now you know in the entire world somebody else's does. I just don't know why they're not showing up now. Rose.edu. Let's see if anybody else at Rose has an address. There it is. David Anderson, Ken Dewey, and Charles Stevens. Again, these are public keys. So if you were to encrypt something with these guys, public keys, they were the only ones that could open it. Okay? So okay on part 1. I'm going to explain, now I'm going to show you the assignment. Okay. This is up there on D2L already. What I say is, using PGP, and I even give you a link where to get it from, make it and then download my key. You need my key. Post in the Dropbox which email address you are using. Exactly what you're using, so I can search for it. Now I have to be able to find it, which means you have to upload your public key and you have to verify your key. Okay? So whatever email address you're using, post it up there. I'm going to download your key. Now I'm going to send you something. Okay? I'm going to sign it with my name, my key, and encrypt it with yours. So you should be able to open it, and it should say it came from Ken Dewey. Okay? Let me show you how that process works. It's really pretty simple. Okay, inside here. Okay? So I want to encrypt something. Okay? So I'm going to encrypt, we'll just do some text. Hi there. Okay? So I'm going to encrypt it. I'm going to send it to this Tucci Primo, whatever the heck his name is. But this is where I would pick your name. And I would sign it with my name. Okay? So I'm encrypting it to you, signed by me, and it's going to say hi there. Okay? Then I'm going to say encrypt. And I'm going to put in my passphrase. And it was bizinfo. And there it is. There's the encrypted message. So for part 1, you're going to post your email address up there. I'm going to download your key. Then I'm going to do exactly this. I'm going to give you a secret message, and I'm going to encrypt it with your name, sign it with my name, and send it to you. Okay? Let's save this file. I'm going to save it on my desktop. Call it hidden. Okay, so there's my message. Okay, so if I open up hidden.txt with textpad, it should be a bunch of gobbledygook. Yes, it is. What you guys are going to do is you're going to get the email from me and you're going to decrypt it. Now, open the file up, highlight it, copy it, and just paste it in here. Okay? Then say decrypt. And my passphrase shouldn't match. It does not match because I don't have the rest of it. Okay? But what will happen is you guys will be taking the message I give you, you'll paste it in there, and say I encrypted it to this Tucci guy. I don't have Tucci's private key, so I can't get in it. But you guys have your own. So when I send this, you're going to decrypt, and you're going to put in this message with your key, and it's going to come up and show you what I said to do. Okay? So everybody okay? So part 1, post your email up there. I think I said in those 2 different dates, but don't worry about that. But just go to, it's pgp.sourcewords, not, maybe it is whatever one it is. Okay? So just put your key up there. I will do my best to do this quickly because it's actually a 2-step process. You have to create your key, then give it to me. Then I have to go back and give something back to you. Okay? So if you wait, I'm giving you 2 weeks for this. If you wait till Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m., I'm probably not going to have time to go get your key and download it and then create the message and send it back to you in time for you to put it back into the Dropbox. Okay? Everybody okay on part 1? All right. Part 2, I gave you 2 weeks as well. Part 2 of this right here, I want you to make a document. I could care less what's in it. It does not matter. But it must be called PGP Assignment Part 2. I do not want your name on it. I don't want anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this document and I'm going to open it. Because you're going to encrypt it with my public key and sign it with your private key. And if this is done correctly, I should be able to open this document. It should tell me who did it. So I'm going to save them all in a directory. I'm going to name them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down the line. Then I should be able to open up each one and see exactly which student submitted it. Because you should have signed it with your public key. Everybody understand that part? It's pretty simple. So encrypt it with my public key, sign it with your private key. So when I open it up, and since I should have your public keys installed in my system at that point, it should come up and tell me exactly who did it. In theory. But this is the part that if you change your key, guess what happens? It doesn't work. Because if you change your key, then I don't have that key anymore. So I do not recommend installing this at work or somewhere we don't have access to it. Because once you create the key and publish it, if you change it in any way, it's invalid. But so if you do screw it up, we can fix it. Just go make a new key and just say, hey, I screwed up. Here's my new key. It's up there. And I will re-download it, but you blow the extra credit for everybody. Okay? It's not hard. It's really not hard. I just went through the whole thing. But some people have the biggest issue. And the way they have the issue is they'll install it in the computer lab upstairs with deep freeze on it. Machine reboots at night, but there goes their keys. Or they don't. I mean, you can do it in the computer labs area, but save your keys. Save your public, save your private, take them home with you. Mail them to yourself. They're text. They're like nothing. Like, let's see how big they are. 2K. It's literally just text. Okay? So everybody okay on what to do for PGP? That's 2 assignments you're getting here. 2 easy 100s. I mean, okay, you have to get 100. So if you don't get 100, it didn't work. I mean, you're going to get a 0 or 100. All right. Is everybody okay on PGP? Pretty cool the way it works. It's called Portable PGP. If you want to keep your key after this class, just verify it once every 6 months. It's free. Okay? All right, that's the end of the recording for PGP.